Hi everyone, it's Sarah again. Another video. But the reason why I'm doing another video is because I've just had a question from Queen Steve. Hello. He's just really comparing where everybody's at, how much in ounces they're having per meal, just to compare against everyone really. So I thought this might be a good opportunity for me to go through what I started off at and how long I was doing certain phases of the diet and where I am now, and tell you how my portion size of what they're looking like, and I can actually show you my dinner. I've got it there. It's going to go cold anyway because I eat it so slow, so here we go. So I'll start off at the beginning. I mean, a lot of people have like very, very small and then regular throughout the day, but I'm having it in a way that I have breakfast, lunch and dinner. But then between that, I can have, within reason, whatever I want, but in obviously small quantities. But at the moment, what I'll do is I'll have like a protein shake, like a pint of milk and then a scoop of protein, and I'll have that throughout the day as like a snack as such. But I'll tell you where I started off anyway. I don't know if any of you, I got given like a little pamphlet leaflet of the guides to after the gastric bypass and just a list of things I can have, but it's pretty much common sense anyway. I first of all started, this was from day 2 to day 11 post-op surgery. I started on the fluid phase of my diet, so that was for 9 days I had that for. So a typical day for me could be I'd have 1/4 of a cup of skim milk and then 1/4 of a cup of diluted fruit juice. I wouldn't have orange juice because apparently that's quite acidic and it can irritate your pouch. But I'd have like apple juice or pomegranate juice, or and I'd have it diluted so it's not so strong. So that would be my breakfast, and then for lunch I'd have 1/4 of a cup of thin soup and quarter of a cup of low-fat yogurt. So it's very important that you look out for that as well. Fair enough, it will be low-fat, but a lot of the things you look out for, they're low-fat, but they're really high in sugar. So I made sure that any yogurt I had, if it was low-fat, I'd made sure that the carbohydrates and the sugar content was less than 10 because I didn't want to go dumping on anyone. And then for dinner, again, I'd have 1/4 of a cup of thin soup and then 1/4 of a cup of skim milk. And then again on here, I was just having the protein shake throughout the day, but I'm having more of it now. And then, so that was day 2 to day 11, day 12 to day 39. So I've got to follow that for 4 weeks. This is the stage I'm at the moment, the puree phase. Now, a lot of people have it different, but a lot of people on the puree phase for about 2 weeks, and then they slowly introduce the solids. I think that's what you said you're on, Stephen. But yeah, for my surgeon, they've requested that I be on this for 4 weeks, and that could be, I could have anything from, so a typical day for that would be 1 Weetabix with skim milk. I don't like Weet-Bix on its own, so I'd have like a little bit of Splenda in it, and half a teaspoon is like 4 calories. Or a pot of low-fat yogurt, or some porridge, but 3 tablespoons of that with skim milk. And then for lunch, 1 scrambled egg, or a cup of soup. So that's jumped from 1/4 of a cup to a whole cup. But obviously listen to myself and hear if I'm full or not. And then dinner, which is what I'm about to show you now, 3 to 4 teaspoons of chicken in white sauce, 2 teaspoons of pureed potato and cheese, and then 2 teaspoons of pureed vegetables. Okay, so I'll show you what I use to measure it. I don't weigh anything yet. I'll probably get to that stage when I'm on a soft phase of my diet, but yeah, I measure it out by these little spoons. They measure out a dessert spoon, tablespoon, teaspoon, and half a teaspoon. So for me, I'll use the teaspoon one, 5 millilitres. I'm not sure how much that is in ounces. Sorry. And then I'll just measure it out what I need and then scoop it out with a teaspoon. So I've taken a photo of what my meal looks like and how small it is in perspective. And it should show up anytime now. Okay, so we're back now. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment, the puree phase. So it doesn't have to be pureed chicken that I have. It could be pureed fish or turkey. Apparently, it's unadvisable for me to have red meat at this stage. Maybe I should have listened to that when I had the steak incidents, if you've seen that in my last video. But yeah, red meat is a little bit too tough to puree. So what else can I have? Pureed potato, pureed fruit. soft cereals, sugar-free puddings. I've tried to stay away from sugar-free puddings because I'm scared. The ones I found out there, they're not very low in sugar, so I've just stayed away from those. Another thing that I found quite handy, mind, is oh gosh, Welsh accent coming out again, is ice cube trays. So obviously, since we're eating so little now, I find that we've got to do, whenever we do food, we've obviously got to do it in bulk. So at this stage, because I'm on the pureed phase of the diet, I'll put it in ice cube trays, and then that's also a guideline of what my portion sizes look like and how much I'm supposed to be having. And that way, if you freeze it, then obviously it's going to last longer because you're not eating so much anyway. So yeah, doing it in bulk is good. So that's pureed phase out of the way. The next phase we're moving on to, which will be day 40 to day 55 post-op, and I follow this for 2 weeks. It's just basically near normal food anyway, but just, I don't know, just softer, slightly softer. So it says here, for breakfast I can have 1.5 Weetabix with skim milk, so the portion sizes do go up through the phases. Pot of low-fat yogurt again, a slice of toast with low-fat cheese or ham and an egg. Or an egg. What else? Soup again, scrambled egg again, risotto, mashed potato, winter squash, shepherd's pie, fish pie. So I'm practically on normalish foods, but not all the way. And then once I finish the soft phase, so after 2 weeks, sorry about that, it's on to the regular diet. So that's about week 8 post-op. So I've got another 4 weeks of the puree phase and the soft phase yet before I'm back on normal foods. So yeah, I'm just back on normal foods then. Like, I've got a little chart thing, I'll just share that with you, just for anybody really, to answer any questions, or so you know, if you're considering the operations, how small the portion sizes are. So this is when I'm onto a regular diet, like breakfast, scrambled egg and toast, but granary. And you can have an apple afterwards, and then lunch, grilled fish, broccoli, tomato, baby potatoes. It's just basically back to normalish food. That's the guideline I've been given anyway. But I think the reason, I've been asking myself a lot lately, okay, especially after seeing that meal plan on the regular diet, or just thinking, oh my gosh, you're just eating practically normal, but a lot less. And I thought, why couldn't we do that? Why couldn't I do that before? But a lot of it is hunger, or head hunger. If you're physically not able to eat that much, then I suppose that's something that's going to go in your favour with the surgery as well. But having a normal sized stomach and you're hungry, or head hunger, you can eat vast amounts of food. So I'm finding that's hunger. It's just not having the hunger. I'm finding that's working for me at the moment. Not having food all my life. But yeah, I hope that gave you a little bit of perspective of what I'm eating at the moment, and just gave you an idea of little hints and tips, like the ice cube trays and the measuring spoons. I'm not ounce friendly, so I'm not doing it in ounces. So anyway, yeah. So that was a quick video. I hope you benefited from it, and I shall speak to you all soon. And I hope everyone, thanks for any new subscribers. I didn't say that in my last video. I'm really appreciating the support right now. It can get a little bit hard emotionally, but, seeing comments, having messages, it's a really nice form of support, and I'm really grateful for it. So I do watch your videos as well. I watch them regularly. I'll leave comments, and if you've got any more questions in the meantime for me, or if I have questions, I'm sure I'll ask. But yeah, if you have any more questions for me, let me know, and I won't have a problem answering them. Speak to you all later, and I hope you're all doing well. Take care. Bye.